ただきます。
It was established by the late Ronnie James. Ronnie was a member of this kibbutz. You know what kibbutz is?
Yes.
So at the beginning, they only grew the grapes and sold them to the winery called Carmel. Carmel is one of the biggest Israeli wineries. So it was back in the 80s. If we look back 40 years ago, we had in Israel about 10 wineries and that's it. Today we have more than 300. So it really happened recently in the last 30 years. And TZORA was one of the first Israeli boutique wineries. So, you know, boutique wineries are small wineries. It was established here in TZORA and our vineyard located close to the village of Shoresh. Then our flagship wine is called Misty Hills. It's red only. And there is also a small production of a sweet wine, of a dessert wine called Or. So this year vintage we started today, actually last night. So this is the Chardonnay, the first harvest of this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's currently we just received the grapes this morning. So we do the hand harvest. We pick the grapes at night because it's Israel, it's August, it's very hot. So you prefer to work at night and then you receive the grapes when they're cool. So now we are just receiving the grapes, we are pressing them and all the process begins. It's just the beginning of this season. So next week we're going to continue with the Chardonnay and then after we're going to have Sauvignon Blanc, Gewürztraminer and then the reds. They ferment and age in oak barrels, white wines also. So these are red wine barrels. Judean Hills, Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc, but now it's the opposite proportion. So it's mainly Sauvignon Blanc with a smaller addition of Chardonnay. But the winemaking process is the same. So it again ferments and ages. It has Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, Merlot, and Petit Verdot in it. So this year it's 25% of each. It was stainless steel fermented and then oak aged for 1 year. So Shoresh Red, same vintage, 2020, made from the same grapes as Judean Hills, same for Cabernet Merlot, Syrah, Petit Verdot. And so this one after 1 year, this one after 14 months, Aaron makes the blend. So he tastes all the barrels and decides how he's gonna mix them. Dessert wine, so it's a sweet.
Wow.
This is the only varietal wine we produce, so it's a single variety called Gewürztraminer. Gewürztraminer is a very aromatic grape. And we do it in a special technique as an ice wine. You know ice wines?
Yes.
So in Israel you can't produce natural ice wine because you need to wait until the grapes are frozen on the wine. You don't have such temperatures in Israel. So what we do, we harvest in the summer and then we put them into freezers. So we freeze them artificially. Which potentially then gives us the wine which is very concentrated. So you can see it's much more oily and dense with a lot of sugar. So when you put those frozen grapes inside the press and start pressing them, you have a lot of sugar extracted, but much less water. So it has about 200 grams of sugar per liter of wine, which is a lot. And it has also like 11.5 alcohol.
Cho 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 cho